friendliest people in the world, other than, I would say, believe this or not, uh, friendly to us
Yeah.
and some of the most beautiful women in the world. Actually, from Odessa,
Yeah.
and also from Russia, and this. Maybe some men won't agree with this, but it is very much the case to Poland.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this is kind of an interesting situation, and it goes into another topic. What are you gonna do when Europe melts down? Because it's gonna be any day. Um, they had two dates, and I remember seeing this come up on True News and also on Glenn Beck's The Blaze. There were two dates, February 21st and March 21st.
No.
Um,
December 21st, 2012, and that came from the
my
ancient
yeah
the
yeah
Mayans.
we're
The
talking
ancient Chinese
yeah.
came from the Egyptians.
Mhm.
They all came out with the same number, and they didn't know that all with the same date, and nobody even knew of the other civilization at that time.
Right, right. But what I'm talking about is what's going on those dates that I mentioned. February 21st, they were supposed to go into default. Greece was. They stopped. They stopped the default.
I was so wrong.
That's okay, Dean. He's reaching out there. He is. He's reaching out for the stars right now, and that's okay. But they were supposed to default on February 21st. Well, we bailed them out again. Our tax dollars and all of our money, so we can get more trillions in debt. Yes, and then of course. March 21st is going to be the second time they're going to come up for default again. I don't think they're going to even make that March 21st date because they still won't cut the entitlements and all that stuff. People are starving to death in the streets there. The suicide rate has gone through the roof. It's going to heck in a handbasket. Once that falls, it's going to be like dominoes. It's going to take out the whole EU is just going to fall into a. And Germany is starting to get really irritated. We're starting to see that fermented.
Oh, Germany's gonna. They just want to say,
Yeah.
f everybody and create their own currency.
Yeah.
But and there's something, Dave, that I will guarantee that
Yeah.
we'll see in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Mine will be shorter than yours because there's what, how many days between us? But anyway,
Yeah.
China will implode.
Oh yeah.
And no, it's believe me, it will implode. It's already starting, and people don't. What they don't realize about China is that they cannot even feed their own people, and what people can are coming from the outer parts of the city and exhausting the resources of the city itself. The government cannot keep up with it. Not only do they want our oil, they cannot produce enough food for their own people. It's going to do like the USSR did, to where they're not going to even be able to pay for their own military, and they can't even afford to push a button.
Well, yeah, and then, but there's also been other theories about China. I mean, everybody's really kind of watching them right now because they've been doing a lot of saber rattling. They've been beefing up their naval forces. They've been training their military pretty much nonstop on maneuvers. There's been satellite images, and you can actually go see this at truenews.com. Look in their archives. That's truenews.com, TRUNEWS.com, and look in their news archives, and you will see a grid that almost looks like LA. It's the same street grid, and they've been doing bombing runs on it. So that tells me that they're gearing up for something over here. The other thing you got to worry about is the inbred camel spoof Ahmadinejad getting into it with Israel. Now, we all know that Israel, if they're backed into a corner, they are going to use nukes. But what's going to happen when that happens? Russia and China are going to retaliate because they're siding with Syria and Iran.
Nope.
So,
Nope. They're going to watch us blow each other up. That's the way they want it.
Yeah.
Then they clean up with all the natural resources that's left over.
Yeah, that's. But it's like.
It's like Independence Day.
Yeah, pretty much.
They came for our natural resources.
Oh yeah, or
humans were food.
Oh yeah, or the what was that show?
Soylent Green.
No, that one that was on last summer.
That's what China's going to do is the Soylent Green.
Well, I don't know why you got Hezbollah over the southern border though. That doesn't make any sense. Other than the fact that they're
Hezbollah are starting to feed weapons into the oppositionists in Syria.
Yes,
they are. But Syria wants to blow up Israel. Now, what's that all about?
Well, you see, everybody wants to go after Israel.
It's
in that
like
Middle East.
a wrestling match, a professional wrestling match, very confused and waiting to happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're trying to set the stage. Glenn Beck is probably the only guy that's been talking about this, with the exception of Michael Savage, about the caliphate. And I see, it's like every time, like, this just happened in Libya when they killed Gaddafi, and then, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia is probably going to fall. Yemen fell. Qatar or whatever that was fell. Mm-hmm. All these countries are appointing these radical clerics and whatnot to run things. Now, I don't know about you, but I am not putting my wife in a burqa. I am not going to put my daughter in a burqa. I am not going to bow down to Mecca. You could take your religion of peace and shove it in your pipe for all I care. Okay? Because I have my religion, and it is of peace. And it doesn't talk about killing the infidel, you schmucks. So anyway, sorry, that's my anti-Islam rant for the day. Sorry, I go off like that. The filter is there, but sometimes it comes down.
He's a natural. I'm telling you, he's a natural.
Yeah.
I just hope that he doesn't let it go to his ego when he gets to where he where he will be talent-wise.
It's like, the idea is I want to stay humble. I don't want people to sit there and put me on a pedestal. Forget it. I'm a common guy. I want to be like the rest of everybody else, but yet to still have that kind of success. But I still want to be able to go into a coffee shop and I have 50 million people asking me for an autograph.
And yeah, but how many speeches are we going to hear about that tonight?
Tonight?
Yeah.
What?
Was it Academy Awards or whatever?
Oh yeah, yeah. Which I'm not going to watch, by the way. I'm not going to even watch it. It's all it does is promote Marxism and the homosexual agenda, and I can't stand it. So. It's like all these left-wingers in Hollywood.
Dave. He's so into this. We're going to debate this like
yeah.
like him or me debating Bones. And Bones is a character, by the way. It's not part of Anatomy that we're making reference to. But,
yeah.
No. There's several conservative stars out there. You'll be amazed if you do a little research. It's there.
Well, yeah,
it's like being a communist in the 50s in Hollywood. That's what everyone thinks it is. It's not. There isn't the blacklisting that you're assuming that is going on. It's just that a majority of them. And when you find out who they are, it breaks your heart.
Yeah.
That's kind of like hearing that John Wayne is gay. I would die over that.
Yeah, or like Clint Eastwood or something.
But Cary Grant, sure. That when I first heard that, wow.
Well, that kind of makes sense. Though,
or how do you do?
Like, wow, what a concept. A little light in the loafers.
Well, but at least there's one thing for a fact in life. Damn well that Popeye ain't gay, or else why would olive oil be there?
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't make any sense. It's like putting the chickens and the the goats in front of the cart, and then have the horse, push it up a hill and then down a hill. Oh boy. And then through the woods to grandmother's house we go, and I'm just rambling.
To get the two birds out of the tree.
Yes, and then don't forget about the chicken truck that spilled over on the highway, and then you got Guido and Vito cleaning up the mess with the eggs and the feathers and this, that, and the other thing, and then you got one-armed Frank beating Guido over the head with his one arm. I don't know. I'm not making any sense.
Prosthetic.
Yeah, exactly.
And I could say this: prosthetic penis.
Wow, man, that's another topic in itself. That's almost like Richard's.
I hope not.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know what this show.
Hey, can you imagine a prosthetic breast on a female?
Yeah, they have those.
So what's it feel like?
I
A bunch of metal?
Probably.
I'd rather they're flat as all can be with a big nipple on it.
Keep in mind, this is a family show.
Oh,
we apologize for any inconvenience or any commentary that might offend you. So.
I hope Barbie isn't overhearing this, because her husband is a truly genuine guy, and he does love her to death, and rightfully so.
Yeah,
she's a wonderful, beautiful, very smart woman.
Yeah, my wife is truly my better half. I mean, she actually brought me out of the darkness that I was in.
This guy is so blessed.
Because I mean, he knows. I mean, what a schmuck I was. I mean, here I was. I mean, this was 12 years ago. I would go over to his house, knock on the door. Hey, let's go out for a drink, right? Mm-hmm. And we go to the bar, we get tanked, and I go, oh, by the way, I forgot my wallet. Can you pay?
After the fact.
After the fact.
And you know what? He didn't buy a drink under $8. It's no vodka. It's got to be Absolute or Stoli. It's top shelf with this. This, and this is what, I don't know, what, 13 years ago. I mean, prices have gone up.
Yeah, at least I'm not doing that anymore. It's I was a schmuck back then, and it's like. I had to. I couldn't make rent that one month because I took it upon myself to watch wrestling. Remember that one?
Oh God!
Oh my God!
And I was his landlord.
You want to talk about somebody that had their head buried in a Fucanol trance?
And by the way, I don't know for the three of us that are watching right now, but if this ever does, anyone picks this up on YouTube, there's a reason why I'm single, and the only reason is because my one and only wife passed away.
Yeah.
And God rest her soul. But so that is why. It has nothing to do with my weird sense of humor or my massive ugliness or anything else. It's that's it.
Well, you see, Dean's got a voice for radio,
Until you hear it back.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, what was that comment that I made? Like Mark Levin,
I think I'm getting to this guy now. He's doing it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what I've been doing during his break.
Yeah,
and I didn't realize what I was doing until.
Who was that guy in the Bush administration? Who was that guy? The Secretary of the Treasury. What is it? Paulson, Brer Rabbit. Him, that guy.
Oh, no, the guy that
robbed the Treasury.
Not the guy that got shot.
No, the Brer Rabbit guy, the Treasury Secretary. I think it was Paulson.
Not the Wacky Wabbit or the
Yeah, that guy.
The Wacky Wabbit or Elmer Fudd.
I don't know. He talked like both of them. He was a schmuck. He didn't know where the money went or anything. I mean, he was totally out there. But, another topic in itself. And we're coming up again on a hard break. We're going to finish up the final segment, and we'll catch you all back here again on another date and another time. And believe me, we had a blast this show. This show was a lot of fun. It was spontaneity. I mean, normally we do these things on Friday nights.
Hopefully, Dave, you'll invite me back.
Oh, I will. You were a pleasure to have. So we'll see you after the next break.